Everything happens for a reason, yeah.
Yeah, and I never believed that before. Because when you're in that state, when you're literally got nothing, and you're on your own, and everything seems desperate, you don't believe that stuff.
What were your initial thoughts, you know, meeting me and starting your recovery journey?
Well, so I went to the GP, and I said things weren't going well. And she recommended second step, put me in touch with them. And next thing I know, you phoned me up, didn't you? Yeah, and said you'd like to come along and meet me.
Did it help the fact that, you know, I shared my own lived experience of mental health as well?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Because it's... you can't really wear the T-shirt unless you've been there, you know? It's like, you can't be a marriage guidance counsellor unless you've been married. It helps massively because you get it. Yeah? You get it. You've got to be able to sit with someone and feel comfortable and safe, but also you've got to click as well. Yeah, and some of the therapists I've been introduced to, no, it just doesn't work at all. And you can tell instantly. Back in the old days, I was too assertive in the wrong way sometimes, you know, because of the anger and resentment inside me. I'm never aggressive, but you have to... I had my own space, and if it was people invaded that space, I wasn't happy.
You were protecting yourself.
I was protecting myself.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Which trauma does to you. Trauma gives you side effects, and you've got to learn to cope with those side effects. Yeah. And you've helped with coping. Were
there any of the things I've suggested to you helpful?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the art group in Nailsy, which I went along the first time, didn't like it at all, and you pestered me to go back. And now I love every second of it. It's part of my life. Yeah. Wednesdays is Nailsy Art Group Day.
Good.
And I've ended up teaching them art as well now. But you've helped me to focus on the right things to do to cope with stress and depression and things like that. You're just full of good advice. See, this is something the second step does, is open doors. You can suggest things, you can come up with ideas that maybe somebody hasn't thought of, and what you do as well is you give a gentle push. You know, there's the door, Tom, go through it. You need somebody to do that for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying you need somebody to hold your hand, but you need somebody to give you that incentive. You get up in the morning and you've got a bright outlook for the day. You've got something to look forward to. Yeah, it's always important to have something to look forward to. Back of my mind, there was always hope that things would turn out. But you've got to stick in there.
Exactly. And you were patient.
You've got to be patient.
Yeah, you never gave up.
You've got to stick in there, but you've got to be sensible about life as well. You know, drugs and alcohol are killers. When it seems completely and utterly desperate, there's got to be light somewhere, and you've got to find that light.
You know, are you happy to share a little bit about how bad it was?
Yeah. I mean, I lived off-grid for years, a large part of my life. Camping on my own in woods, squats, sleeping rough. Never did the shop doorway stuff. That's not me. You know, you hide yourself away. Being homeless is not fun. It's not good for your health. You have very little access to healthcare services. I mean, it's desolate. I mean, it's... Unless you've been there, I don't think you can understand it. I spend a lot of my time on my own because trauma. You know, you get in a stage where you don't like being people around. There's a trust aspect, definitely. Yeah, you don't trust people and you're frightened of things. So I spend a lot of time on my own. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, but don't underestimate yourself.
Everyone has got the potential inside them.
I agree.
Everybody has got it in them to get out of the pit. I've got my own flat.
And how does it feel, having your own flat?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, about 38, I've got friends. I'm still not brilliant at social mixing. But you helped that as well by nagging me to go to the group in Nailsea.
Yeah, the Wellbeing College group, yeah.
Which is now great. You know, we've got a group of 15 of us, and I love mixing with them. It's given me more social skills. One of the things you've got to do when you're at the bottom is you've got to ask for help. You've got to hold out a hand and ask. Because if you don't, no one's going to find you. So you've got to ask.